charity status isn't just available for sports clubs. It is available for sports clubs, but it's suitable for a wide range of organisations, depending on whether or not an organisation is carrying out exclusively charitable objects and charitable activities. It must meet a public benefit test, so it's got to be for the public benefit as opposed to the benefit of private individuals, and you can demonstrate how you need to be able to demonstrate how you meet that public benefit test. You register if you're eligible to register, so if you have an income of £5,000 a year or more and you have exclusively charitable objects and activities that meet the public benefit test, then you must register with the Charity Commission. You can also then register with HMRC for certain tax breaks, which is the big draw. Charity status, what are the benefits? Well, you're thinking, well, you're talking a lot here about regulation, there's a lot of hoops to jump through. Why would I bother? Well, the main draw is the financial reliefs, the tax breaks really. So, having registered charity status, and I've been registered with the Charity Commission, you then can apply to HMRC, separate application unfortunately, to register for charity tax status. And this means that you can then claim gift aid on donations. You're exempt from paying income tax, capital gains tax, inheritance tax relief is available. You don't pay SDLT or a land transaction tax, as it's called now here. And you can apply to your local authority for business rates relief. The mandatory amount of relief available is 80%, and some local authorities then grant a further 20%, rounding it up to a nice 100%, but it's at their discretion, so that does vary from local authority to local authority. So they're the main sort of financial benefits, and if that's not enough, people like charities. People like the fact that they are donating to a charity, and they are part of a charity. And it also widens your potential for fundraising, because quite a few grant giving organisations will only give grants to charities, and most of them will only give grants to incorporated charities. So a charity status is definitely worth thinking about. If you think that charity status could be an option, you need to know about the criteria of conditions. So only non-exempt charities can apply. Exempt and accepted charities, you're not, as a sports club, you're not going to be exempt or accepted really, so don't worry about that. You must apply to register if you have wholly charitable objects and charitable activities, and your income is over £5,000 a year. If you want to set up as a CIO, ignore that. You can only register with the Charity Commission. It's not really optional if you're a charity and you bring in donations and you're wholly charitable. But in my experience, sports clubs are rarely exclusively charitable, because a lot of sports clubs make money from their bar or holding functions, or renting some rooms out to businesses or conference facilities. So that's not charitable. You've also got to be able to meet the public benefit test. So clubs can, with some tweaks, they can certainly be eligible for charity status. It's only really if you really want to go down that route, because you think the financial benefits are really going to be worth it. And if you go down this route, then some suitable charitable objects would be advancement of an amateur sport, so football, golf, cricket, swimming. You could also have objects under the Recreational Charities Act, so you would say something like provision of facilities for recreational purposes in the interest of social welfare. That's quite wide, particularly if you have a field and you don't just say, right, only football can be played on this field. We're happy for schools to come in and use it for their sports day, for example, or we're happy for people to walk around the field when it's not in use by the club. That will sort of fulfil the Recreational Charities Act objects. Advancement of healthy recreation. They're nice words that the Charity Commission like to see. There are certain keywords that we always have to use just to sort of tick those boxes. But it is then very important that you actually do these things. In terms of the public benefit assessment, this is really about making sure that you provide public benefits. So who can join your club? Can a sufficient section of the public become a member? Sometimes objects will say for the public benefit, or they'll say for the benefit of people living in Bridgend. That's fine, that's a sufficient section of the public. Then if you say for the benefit of people who went to school in Bridgend High and are between the ages of 18 and 21, that's not going to be a sufficient section of the public. And then, what are your membership fees like? Are they reasonable? And Charity Commission words, can people in poverty access the facilities? So coming back to the fees, are they reasonable? If they're not quite reasonable, or they're a little bit high for some people, what can you do about it? Can you offer discounts or a family discount or something like that? Is there any private benefits? So, for example, do you pay coaching fees? And that's okay as long as the benefits are incidental. So if you're paying members to also coach other members, that's got to be incidental. In other words, the private benefits must simply be a byproduct of delivering those charitable objects. You need to pay a coach in order to be able to fulfil your objects. The Charity Commission has some guidance, so if you really are interested in charity status, please have a look at it. It's on their website. It hasn't been updated for a long time, but it is still relevant. There's still some good things in there worth reading just to get a feel for what a sports club as a charity might look like.